Okay, Miss Queen, it is time for your reading. All right, so it seems like in your present, you have been facing some difficult decisions. So it's like you're almost sitting back and weighing all your options before you proceed. You're feeling a little confused about stuff, and you're not seeing the actual problem or its solution as clearly as you could be. Um, this is kind of like because you're missing a key piece in all of this, if that makes sense. It's this key piece of information that's keeping you back. You're really going to need to trust your intuition, but also use your intellect to get to the bottom of this and what this is for you. I know you feel like a little stumped in regards to which choices will lead you to the best income. That too, that'll be coming up. Best outcome of all of this. But Spirit says you kind of have to figure out what's most in alignment with your higher self when making this decision. Just set your intention, and then once you've decided, then you just kind of have to stick to that. Just really stick to it. As far as obstacles, that was the previous one, your obstacles. It does seem like you are doing a lot of wishful thinking about what you would like to create. It does feel like you're investing more time into the thinking part of it than doing the actual manual work of putting this into motion. Your plans are absolutely beautiful, but they're all in your mind. So it's kind of the lack of the physical implementation that's keeping it from birthing into the world. I'm sure that makes sense for you. There is definitely the sense of you chasing the next big thing, but you're not seeing these opportunities all the way to the end. So if need be, write down, and I'm a big one for writing everything down. Write down a list of all these different ideas that you're dreaming up and you have, and then put them all in order of the way you'd like to see them play out. And it's like triaging them, what you need to come first. That's the biggest priority to get done first, and just staying focused on them one at a time. That'll be a big solution to this obstacle for you. Card number 3, this is like your subconscious influence in all this. Unconsciously, you know that you've taken on like this really big workload. You have this massive workload, and maybe a little extra burden of some other stuff thrown in with that. So this is what's keeping you exhausted and why you are unable to complete these projects that you set out on. Again, Spirit is just expressing your real need to assess what is really urgent and versus, what can wait a little while, what fits into your long-term goal, and what you need to complete during your short-term goal. Time management, prioritization, those type of things came through. Consciously, you are aware of what's critical right now, and you are aware that you do this. So this is all conscious thought and things I'm telling you that you already know. But it's just little reminders from Spirit. But this card does show that thankfully the end will be in sight for all this. You're exhausted, but the final result of carrying all this is going to be well worth it for you. And then next. Okay, so card 4 is subconscious. This is subconscious for you. Subconscious influence. So in your subconscious, there are some forces that are holding you back. You know, this is keeping you from being the best version of yourself. I feel this particular card is appearing because you feel you have no control over not only some stuff in your shadow, but also some other negative forces in your life. You do feel like you're never going to break free of this hold, that's clear. And the impact that, you know, that has on you. And this is a hard one for me to word in the right ways, so I want to make sure that I express this the right way. I think from our conversation the other day, I think you know who and what this is about. So just acknowledge the hold and the impact that this has had on you. Bring them into your conscious awareness and just as a general, you know, light. Expose them and then continue to take that action to free yourself. Just shine your light and your vibration on full blast as far as this is concerned. And this is going to cause them to lose that grip on you. You know, this being a major arcana card, it does show that this isn't going to happen overnight, although I wish we could make that happen overnight for you. But no, it's possible, and it's up to you to make that happen. You know, raise that vibration, raise that vibration, raise that vibration, shine that inner light, you know, call on source, call on, you know, who you need to. I work with angels, other people work with deities, you know, whatever you need to call in to help you with this, there is assistance. It's just up to you to be open and receptive of that help. Okay, so recent past. You know, this is basically just the same thing, you know, stating that you've been charging ahead with a plan and it's slowed down. You know, it's given you time to consider the steps that you need to take. There's the possibility that you are missing something. You may have made a mistake that you need to correct. You know, this card is pretty repetitive, much of the information that's already come across in the reading. So I'm going to kind of move ahead from this. I hope that's okay with you. You know, we'll just take this as a confirmation and go on. Okay, so near future's looking pretty good here. You're definitely going to be entering this period of harmony. There's going to be some blessings and abundance that come in with this energy in this time period. Again, your gifts, you know, our creativity and expression. You're also a nurturer, so this is going to be in full swing. I feel like you're going to be spending some time with your children coming up in the near future. Definitely that whole maternal energy around the Empress card. You may spend some time kind of growing in your own sensuality, you know, finding that deeper understanding of it and what it means to you and what its role is in your life and what you want that to be for you in the future. Yeah, you're definitely, you know, going to be using that feminine energy. This card represents, you know, you using that. So it almost feels like you might be in this kind of flirtatious relationship. It may have already started, or that might be coming up in the near future for you. You're going to be spending some time, you know, more on your self-care type of things, and just being really kind and good to yourself. Some of those smaller projects you've been working on will be completed successfully. This is going to give you a little career boost, and in turn, I feel like you're definitely going to find a little more comfort in your financial situation as a result. You know, that in turn leaves you to feeling a little more generous about spending, spoiling, you know, friends and family. So again, I think that ties into the whole where you're going to be spending some more time with your children coming up in the near future. As far as let's see. Okay, so as far as your power in this, you have some awesome powers inside you that are really going to help you in this walk of life. and with some of the things going on with you in general, you're embodying that ultimate working parent archetype. You handle your responsibilities while you care for the people in your life, whether they're near or distant physically to you. You definitely give them that love. You're really good about handling your domestic responsibilities, which I have to say, I'm totally envious of anybody who gets the Queen of Pentacles card, because I mean, she's hashtag goals for me. Um, but yeah, you're all encompassing in a lot of things, as far as, the domestic responsibilities and creating your financial abundance. And you're one of those people who naturally integrate that home and work flow. Those are both really in alignment for you. So yeah, totally jealous. And I'm sure that has to be a huge stress relief that you don't have that added on top of everything else. You're also, you're one of those people who really like to live independently, and be able to provide for yourself, having that stable income that you've earned through your own hard work. It is definitely, something that's a big priority to you. So that gives you a lot of power and motivation. And you do all this, and you still have time left to spend with your loved ones, and prioritize your me time in between all these commitments. So, that's an amazing superpower. That's a superpower I would be proud to wear a cape for. I could definitely use some of that in my own life. Card 8. This is the one that, I was like, okay, we're going to talk about this. So 7 of Swords came up reversed for people around you. So it does seem like there's someone around you who's a little suspicious. They're definitely being deceptive about something. They're holding back something. This card, that's what this card represents. Remain really cautious with this person, especially if there's somebody new in your life. I keep trying to get some intuitive intel, but it's not coming through, and so I took a little extra time to really try to pull. I am blocked from that, so that usually is an indicator that this is something that has to play out through you on your own. But definitely, if your instincts say you're being lied to, it's because you are definitely being lied to. You need to figure out who this is. Maybe try to confront them and talk it out, because this card tells me that someone in your circle needs to talk about this, or that they may decide to just kind of unburden themselves about their own guilt and come clean about some kind of manipulation or whatever drama, energy, low energy BS that they've pulled. But I mean, yeah, a trust has definitely been broken somewhere in your circle with somebody. So I definitely feel like talking about it may clean the slate, and provide a fresh start, and you guys will be able to move forth differently from here on out. But definitely take some time to reflect on who this might be. Okay, so card 9. Card 9, I pulled 2 cards on. I don't know if you saw in the video, but 2 cards came up. And this is basically just addressing your hopes and your fears. The Sun of reversed and 3 of Cups. So it does show that, you are afraid of losing your own confidence and your own power. But at the same time, you hope for those qualities to be your strongest. So, you definitely fear having your happiness blocked by outside forces. That's very clear. Your hopes, are more about having big reasons. Sorry, that's my dog in the crate. Having more reasons to celebrate, the good things in your life, and, maintaining these deep friendships with people, and having, many creative collaborations, which from knowing you and what you do, that makes total sense to me. Okay. So here comes the big one, and this is the one everybody always waits for, the grand finale card, potential outcome. And for you, it's the Fool card, and thank goodness you do know about tarot, because a lot of people are like, oh no. But no, you definitely have unlimited potential ahead for you. You know, many, many new beginnings of exciting things. It's like you might not know exactly where you're headed with everything, even, you know, down the road into the future. But because you've taken all these steps into the unknown, you've definitely lined yourself up for awesome stuff. I'm just going to wait for her to stop scratching. Blossom! Okay. Yeah, so, you know, just continue to take that leap of faith, you know, now and in the future. I know, you know, these things, they take courage, you know, we're really stepping into the unknown, but yeah, it's just going to open up so many incredible experiences for you, you know, again, with your huge soul growth that you're always working on, and that's development. And, you know, of course, you know, you want life to be an adventure, and that's going to create a big adventure for you. You know, just treat life like it's one big old experiment, and just let yourself flow with what's coming your way is more or less what I wrote down in regards to this card. You know, periods of laughing more, dancing more, letting your heart go free. You know, it's the Fool card represents just letting your inner child out and letting it be free to explore. So that is your outcome of all this hard work you've done. And I think that's a pretty fun and exciting place. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I appreciate you so much and all you do. Love you lots.